Hello everybody, my name is Djarius and welcome back to another round of Enderal. It seems we've made it back to back to our party. We've captured the Great Thief. Well, not a thief. The farmer, run by a corrupt businessman who's in league with the drug lords. Charges him high tolls. Things didn't go well. So he trained a bunch of mercenaries highwaymen to try and make some money. Stole from the people of the Undercity, who are already poor and dying of flesh maggots. Got kind of rolled on by the veiled woman. Gave me a sob story and came back here. I sent him up to the courts to be judged because I don't trust all of his story. If I don't believe some of it, I can't believe any of it. So out you go.
Huh?
Dara's got my back here. We're gonna head deeper into this place. Go on map. That one wants to do there. Search the ruin for the machine. Head back down there to find that machine. Focusing on main plot today, we're going for Deus Ex Machina. Head in here for now, figure out where that machine is, get what I need, and then off screen, I'll go look for the thing people have sent me on a quest for. They're on their good side. Learn what nefarious things they're up to. To the workshop!
I suppose we found our machine. At least, what's left of it.
What?
Do you feel anything, Saira? With your gift, I mean.
Nothing. Looks familiar.
Agreed. Maybe we can even take some small parts of it with us right now. The Order will transport the rest to Ark by Myrad.
Aaliyah, I don't exactly trust you. Not because you have
What strange metal. It didn't rust at all, despite all the time it's been here.
Not because you have an overpowered mode. Because you could tell what I was listening for from my visions, and I didn't tell anyone that. Oh. Hey. Also, if I saw my flashback at the start of the game.
Yes? Found something?
Tell me Saira. What is that?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Saira is Kyranian and can mean a lot of things, but the closest translation in our case would be sister in arms. My foster father called me that, so I suppose it's just an old habit. I like the way it sounds, though. If you don't mind, I'll call you that from now on.
Cool. Okay, so I get to go exploring around here. You look important.
Correct. Nothing else possesses that much raw, magical power.
Ah, you must have exploded outwards. What? Must be in my inventory. Talia?
Yes? Found something?
What I found?
Let me see. Yes, it does indeed. Seems to be some kind of energy storage, but it's empty.
And you? What have you found playing around the dirt? The heart of the machine. Nothing in the heart. Water? Can't go in the water. Visible wall, can't go up there. Looking around. Yeah, your ability to read my mind has me wondering about you.
All this energy, it's useless without the Numinos.
Numinos. Alright.
Yes? Found something?
See what you say about this one.
Yes? Yes, you're right. How is it possible that it moves all by itself? Let's take it with us.
Putting a lot of faith in you to hold on to these artifacts, you know. My mind. Item number 3. Full view experience here. But I can't get back out if I jump in. Wait, they had ambrosia back then?
It works in a way we have not even come close to comprehending, like a cosmic force.
Parchment. I wonder if I can read the parchment. Don't really need that, it's weak, but... This here... Don't think I'm gonna need that. You can see. Oh, can't read it. Crap I don't need. Stay down here and weapons location, it looks like. Are there 4 parts? Maybe I saw 4 stars.
Yes? Found something? They look useful. Let's take them to the Chronicum.
That's all.
Yes, I think you're right. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Let's go talk to Pegast.
Right, and back we go.
Now that was quick. So, what did you find?
Couple of goodies.
Well, that's not much of a surprise considering how long it was down here. And as long as we can reconstruct it, that's alright. I sent some of my men back to Ark. We'll request a caravan to get all the parts back to the temple and see what we can do from there. Let's just hope it really will help us against this cleansing, whatever it is. As much as I admire Pyrean technology, I don't like the idea of putting our lives in the hands of it.
How about the parchment?
Let me see. Interesting. Truly interesting.
What?
Seems that this machine was only some kind of prototype. The real one the Pyreans were working on must be somewhere else. Plus, there's also a name for it. The Pyreans called it the Beacon.
That's poetic.
Indeed.
Do me to me.
Well then, it seems like you and your visions have once again saved the day, prophetess. There's a lot for us to do now. If you've taken care of your business here, I suggest you head back to Ark and report to old Oranthiel.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Take a little look
As you
around.
wish.
I like having a backup.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Looks like we have enough time to go excavate this place after all. Hey, what's that? What's that? You! Come to me! Now, how do I get... Down. Yeah, that's so much for that guy. Jerk. You're here with me. Yeah, you got my back. Alright, this shouldn't take but a moment. Trying to tell me this thing was right here when I fell down here the first time. You son of a... How am I supposed to do that? Complete waste of my time and everybody's time.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Go.
Good.
There's no other way out. Oh, you tricked me. Telling me is I have to run all the way back.
There you are. Pegast's mages have already told the Grandmaster about our find, and they're waiting for us in the Emporium. Let's go.
So bad, game.
All that I am saying is that there are more efficient ways to battle this red madness. And heathen machines atop the Sun Temple are the last thing that will calm the townsfolk.
Maybe. But if this heathen machine is what the Pyreans used to combat the cycle, I want it near. Even if it turns out to be useless, only a fool turns down a chance. Sharim, how long will the reconstruction take?
Well, that depends on how many Pyrean mechanics you have on hand that can help us decipher these plans. Just think for once, Aranthiel. How are we supposed to give you an estimation if we don't even know what the finished machine is supposed to look like?
We will get to work right away, Grandmaster. But in any case, we're going to need a lot of steel and Pyrean crystals.
You will get them. Now, get to work.
Okay. That was easy enough.
You did excellent work. We will reconstruct this machine no matter the price. Here, this will reward you for your effort. With the beacon and the sigiled stone, we now have both a sword and shield against these High Ones. That is more than I had hoped for. However, there has also been a disquieting development. I have called in a conclave, and it will take place in a day. Come back then, and use the time to rest.
Okay. Anything I should talk to you about?
Huh?
What do you want, urchin child?
Urchin child. Alright, your
My
turn.
problem with you? I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with what you stand for.
Is.
Tell me, prophetess, who built this temple? Which you enter and leave as frivolously as a sailor leaving a brothel. What did Malphas say to Djarius after he succeeded in suppressing the Blood Moon riot? How goes the 100th verse of the Holy Path, which the novices have to recite each morning? What is the holiest tenet of the creed to every keeper of the sigil? Why is only the highest commander of the guard allowed to enter the temple? I applaud your cunning.
They are
you
unworthy.
know nothing, neither of our faith nor of our country, and only because you happen to have strong magic in you, Aranthiel thinks that justifies desecrating our traditions. Do you know how few Enderalians, even those of the Sublime Path, are granted the novitiate? Are you aware how hard these novices have to train and learn in order to just be allowed to enter the trial? We're not some group of tavern regulars which you can just join and leave on a whim. We are the Holy Order. We are what has kept peace in this country for millennia. And only because Tila has doted on this idiocy of cycles and prophecies, he feels it's justified to abolish this country's foundations with a flick of his fingers. You, urchin child, you're the living proof of what has become of this country. Even just your boot prints on this sacred ground are blasphemy to everything we stand for.
Oh, I'm not going to assault her as a person.
What I see is a country that now more than ever needs peace, stability, and a strong leading hand. And transforming this order into a bunch of fortune tellers, wild mages and thimble riggers will only make the situation worse. Do you even know how many of our people were killed in the war Tila's fool of a son started? And now his former people, Pegast, Sharim, whatever they call themselves, tread on these sacred grounds as if there were nothing more natural in the world. Now leave. Do what you want, but spare me your presence.
Alright, I can respect that. Your world is turned upside down. You do not believe the things your leader is saying, but you will follow him to the end. And people such as I, well, we stamp upon everything you believe. One of those necessary sacrifices. I suspect it after, if we save all of Enderal. That will be a footnote in history. You will continue leading as if the Lightbringers existed, and you will try and retain peace in your world.
Ah, I thought, well, never mind. And by the way, have you seen this new Meremise mage woman? Pegas, or whatever her name.
At home. Take a nap. Come back later. And it tricked me. It set me up. I go running around town trying to figure out, hey, how do I get to this section? Oh, I've got to climb up. Go up a shaft.
May your path
Okay.
always be even.
Where's the Dark Valley?
Oh, you're not from around here, are you? I thought I heard an accent there. The Dark Valley. It's, as the name suggests, a valley, a few miles north of the Whispering Wood. Not a place I would recommend you visit based on its history, and all the people who've been killed there. Nowadays, with the Red Madness, it's even worse. The place is practically swarming with lost ones.
That's the Whisperwood.
Well, I'm not a chronicler, but there was this riot in Ark, somewhere around 7288. It was led by a woman from the Undercity, Kilana Hammerfist, and she and her rebels had their camp in that valley. In 7290, the Order wiped them out.
That didn't last long.
It was a massacre, and up to this day, the valley's still littered with bones. My mother always had a liking for this story, which is probably part of why she built her hut there. Strange? Yeah, but that's how she is.
May your path always be even.
How did I miss that bit when I talked to her the first time to get her quest? Save my art gallery. Yeah, aristocrat. Sweep those streets. You don't have poor people up here. They sneak in every now and then through Undercity, but... this world, these people. I give credit to the creators of Enderal. They did a great job showcasing, giving justice to these different personalities, all this conflict, theology versus freedom of thought, monogamy v polyamory. There's freedom, the troubles of capitalism. I calculated a whole lot in just this little mod. Not to belittle the size of the mod, this thing was huge. It was like buying a whole new game with this game. Only they give it to you for free. Alley-oop. You don't need... definitely don't need you. Man, you're weak. And we're off! Let's see what's going on with this meeting here.
Yeah, that should be it.
Potatoes, garlic, and radish sounds like a terrible meal. Just terrible. Potatoes and garlic, yeah. Potatoes and radishes, eh. Actually, I think it's the radishes just spoil it for me. Come on, game. Come on, you can do it. There we go.
Prophetess.
Book the meeting. Pyrean crystals are soul gems. Interesting. That's how they incorporated them. I could trigger my soul gems. No, that is taking me the wrong way. Talia, you're with me. You got some splaining to do. Got a twin rover type thing going on here. You're actually two people fused into one. Are you?
That's just...
Oh, whew. Thought I was under attack. Like, what did I do? I just got here. Don't kill me. Oh.
Saira, good to see you. Do you need anything?
Okay, there's a lot here. So, what do you think about current events?
Well, what should I think about them? They're disquieting. Speaking of which, recently there's been word from the League of Apothecari up north. They say that their studies on the Red Madness haven't borne fruit yet, and that it is like no disease they've ever encountered. Honestly, that has rid me of the last of my doubts about the cycle being real, just as the Grandmaster said. Let's just hope we can find out how to stop it.
The tattoo.
Tattoo? Oh, of course, you mean my mark. I've had that for as long as I can remember, and I don't have the slightest idea as to how I got it.
Okay. Magical?
No, it isn't. It's just there, that's all.
Some people just don't know their place in the world.
Not without leaving a bad scar, at least according to the Apothecari. And even if that weren't the case, I don't know if I'd want it gone. It reminds me of something.
Fair enough. Someone must have put
That's
it on
what
you.
Tyrus said too. But if it has a meaning, it's obscure. I couldn't find anything in the books, and the Magisters couldn't put their fingers on it either.
Ain't covered. Looks good.
It does. You're the first to tell me that. But thanks, I guess.
Still talking. Wait, let's start with the name.
It was stitched into the blanket they found me in near that village. I don't really know if it is my actual name, but I had nothing else to go with, so it stuck.
Some people just
Okay.
don't know their place in the world.
Well, as I told you, I was never very popular with the other novices. You know, the novitiate was very challenging. The Magisters only rarely gave us days off to contemplate, as they called it. The others usually used it to go to the tavern to gamble and drink.
Some people just don't
I never really liked that kind of pastime, and I still don't.
Fair enough. What about love?
I've never really thought about things like that.
Liar.
You know, life in the temple is quite secluded, and I doubt there are many men or women who would find my way of living attractive. But forgive me, that's very personal. I don't really want to talk about it.
Everyone needs to stretch their legs from time to time.
That's true, but when I feel the need to relax, I prefer taking a stroll or spending time in the baths. Whatever secret there is about relaxing to loud music, raucous shouting, and alcohol is beyond me.
Alright, so, let's talk.
That's convenient, actually. I think I still owe you an explanation.
Damn straight.
Yes, but let's talk somewhere else. Come on.
The way.
So, sorry for all the secrecy. I just didn't want anyone else to listen in.
Are we?
Well, that moment when I neutralized the leader of the bandits in Old Dothelgrad, I'm sure you noticed that I was different then.
Vampire different.
Upset. You choose your words carefully, Saira. I appreciate that. I'll make this quick. There is something about me that you don't know. That no one knows, actually. Do you remember what I told you in the curarium about the destroyed village? Well, I wasn't entirely honest with you.
Aha!
Not all of it, no, and it's true that I don't know how I ended up there. But I remembered something just before I regained consciousness. Some kind of vague memory.
You knew there was more to you than you were letting on.
Coupled with an image.
Kind of feeling.
It's hard to describe because it didn't last very long, but I saw myself, but I was somehow above the rooftops, as if I flew. Below me, I saw all the chaos, the dead, the fire, the devastated houses, and I somehow felt hot, but from inside, as if my blood was boiling.
Are you a vampire?
That sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know how to describe it better than that.
So that was what happened? A memory?
It was something that actually happened, I'm sure of it. But the memory, it was somehow blurred. Like a dream, but a very vivid one.
What happened then?
Nothing. I woke up, and from there things happened just as I've already told you. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at. In that memory, when I saw all those dead bodies and all that destruction, I felt satisfaction, pleasure. As if all that suffering, all that pain was the most exhilarating thing I'd ever seen.
Are you telling me that?
I didn't know what to make of that memory myself for quite a long time. But then, things happened that made me understand.
You secret sadist.
There is something inside my head, Saira. Some kind of second soul, an entity. Most of the time it sleeps, but there are situations in which it wakes up. Mostly when something atrocious happens or has happened. Blood, pain, death. Whenever I'm confronted with these kinds of things, it tries to... I don't know how to put it. Tries to take control of me, and then things like Alt Dothelgrad happen. It's never managed to completely take me over, and it hasn't gotten as far as it did in Alt Dothelgrad for a long, long time now. But that memory from the village, I think that is what happens when I let myself go completely.
I'm guessing that power comes from this feeling inside of you.
Yes, it is immense, Saira. I can feel it every time it is trying to take me over. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I were to give in completely.
You would make a great frontline soldier.
If that name seems fitting to you, then yes. But I think we both know these stories about ghosts taking over the living are just stories to scare the common folk.
I don't know, we have soul
If
gems.
it helps you, think of it as some kind of temptation. One that's just waiting for the moment when I am too weak to contain it.
Let's take it.
I figure. Listen, what happened in Old Dothelgrad, I never should have let it come to that. But that moment when he charged me, the blood on his sword, I just couldn't contain it. And when I gave in, when I hacked him into pieces, I simply felt so thrilled, complete. I was naive to believe it would never get that far again. Naive and stupid. But do you see now?
A berserker.
This is the reason why I train so hard, why I always try to control my emotions, no matter what people do or say to me. This creature inside me, it's always on the hunt. And the only way I can keep it at bay is by controlling both my body and spirit 100%. Just one moment of carelessness. That's all it takes.
What happen if you let it take over?
I don't know. And truth be told, I'm not sure I want to.
Could the villagers have been right?
No, Saira. Believe me, I've asked myself that question more than 100 times. And as much as I hate to admit it, yes, there's a chance it did. I'll never find out.
Well, you were 6 and you destroyed a full village. That's mighty impressive.
Only Master Djarius, my foster father. He taught me how to contain it by controlling my thoughts. And he also advised me never to tell anyone about it, which I haven't. Until today.
Did you tell me?
I don't know. Probably because I was afraid you'd tell someone else about what happened in Old Dothelgrad and that would raise suspicions. A coward's move, I know, but it was the best solution I could come up with. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I got you back. It's not a monster. This is another half of you. You've got magic in you.
No way that I know of, at least. Who should I ask? The apothecary? There are 2 ways that would go. Either they would ridicule me, or they would take me seriously and report my condition to the Order.
That would end badly.
Neither way helps me, and who knows what the Order would do if they found out. Especially as strained as the situation is right now.
So, why are you with the military wing?
Well, what would be the alternative? Transcribe Pyrean books like the Magisters do all day? Or drop out entirely and pour hot water for the upper city's noblewomen? Look, Saira, as you've already pointed out, there is a chance that this thing inside me is responsible for the massacre in the village. And if that's true, I definitely have a lot of repentance to do, don't you think? And even if it isn't, I want to change things, to make the world at least a little bit better. And yes, I do realize that this means a lot of hardship and hard work for me, but I'm not afraid of that. Do you know why? Because that's what's missing in this world. So many people just talk, and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I shouldn't have gotten so emotional. I just wanted to clear this up. Anyway, the one thing I ask of you is to keep silent about what I've told you. It will never come to something like that again, I promise. I'd like some time by myself now. And thanks for listening.
No problem, buddy. I got your back. Are we?
This just doesn't make any sense.
Alistair?
Why can't it ever be easy?
Where did you take me? Oh, it's the magical training room. Okay, well that makes sense. Oh, Kalia's a berserker. She can transform into something capable of leveling a village in a matter of hours. She did it as a small child, so I can imagine how formidable she'd be on the battlefield now if she ever let herself go. This?
Yes.
This is rickety. I like that attention to detail.
Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path.
Well, that was intense. I look forward to seeing how this develops further. She's going to be my new best friend. Now, everybody, I'm going to call it a day. Next time on Enderal, we're going to figure out, well, what Tila Aranda has in store for us. My name is Djarius, and I'm signing off.